What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be hopefully the first motovlog that is uploaded to the Cooking MT10 YouTube channel. And hopefully I'll be able to tell you why in this video. So, the reason why this video took so long compared to the other videos I was uploading, as far as just like an install video and an exhaust video, is because my GoPro was stolen out of my girlfriend's car. Pretty unfortunate. You know, I recorded a bunch of videos on that thing, and the GoPro was stolen, had the SD card and my media mod. So that's why this video was taking so long. So luckily enough, my sister was nice enough to buy me another GoPro Hero 8. So yeah, shout out to her. That was very nice. But today's video is going to be a little story about how I got the MT10. Oh, that guy's driving like a crazy man. So let's get into it. So I had an MT09, a 2020 MT09 that I purchased from this dealership here in Southwest Florida. And one day I was bored and I saw that on their website they had an MT10. And before I purchased the MT09, that was kind of the bike I had my eyes on. So I asked them if I could test ride it. They said yes. Completely fell in love with the bike. Far better bike than the MT09 in every other way. Just overall, like, build quality, feels much more planted, sturdy, better suspension, forks, and rear shock and all that. So steering stabilizer, yada yada, and obviously the more power and is just a bonus. So I go up there and I test ride the MT10, and I tell them that I love it, I want it, you know, here's the price I can do. And they're like, okay. I was like, let me sell my bike, and I'm gonna come up and buy this thing. So the bike is up for sale for about 3 weeks, and about once a week, sometimes more than 3 times a week, when I have someone interested in the bike, the MT09, I'm calling the dealership to make sure they still have the MT10. So, excuse me, yes, they have it. So finally, I actually have a buyer who the dealership sent to me to come check out my bike. So the kid buys the bike, and I call the dealership and I'm like, hey, do you still have the bike? They're like, yes, we do, we still have it. Okay, I'm like, great, I just sold my bike. Unfortunately, I cannot come up to the dealership until Friday, so 2 days later, because of my work schedule. And they're like, okay, no big deal. So with them knowing that, come Friday, I go up there and I take the drive with all my gear, because I'm planning on buying the bike and have my girlfriend with me. I go up there, I said, hey, I'm here to buy the bike, and they said it sold yesterday. And I was like, I was struck, like shook, and I was kind of like, well, damn, you guys sold the bike? And they're like, yeah, some guy came in and looked at it and just bought it right then and there. So obviously I am super bummed out. I mean, this bike was bone stock. It was a 2020, same color scheme as this one. Bone stock, had like 1,100 miles on it. I think the previous owner was an elderly man who bought it to like turn it into a touring bike, and it just had too much power for him. It's from the story I was told. So I leave the dealership completely bummed out. I'm now without a bike, and kind of almost in a way felt betrayed, because I have a relationship with this dealership. I bought the MT09 from them, and I've had buddies come up that I've sent up there to buy bikes, and I've been shopping there for years, since 2015. So anyways, so I'm without a bike. I'm super bummed out. My girlfriend's bummed out. She can't ride in the back of it. And so now I'm like, great, now what do I do? So I just keep looking, I guess. So we go to Chipotle, and my girlfriend, not really knowing the cycle trader ins and outs, searches for MT10s and forgot to search in Florida. So she searches nationwide, and she finds this one all the way in Iowa. And this one particularly had all of the extra options, I guess you could say, or aftermarket accessories that I was personally going to put on the bike. It had the same exhaust I wanted. It had the bar and mirrors I wanted. It had the tail tidy I wanted. The Motodynamic tail light. So everything. Not only that, it was about $2,500 cheaper. So I'm like, well, damn, that's dope. Like, this thing's in Iowa though. And she tells me just fly to Iowa and go buy it. Like, don't wait, you know, contact the guy and go buy it. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. I said, okay. So I call the guy at Chipotle, tell him I'm interested in the bike, and he says, okay, well, this is what the bike's about. This is what I have done to it. It runs flawless. I'm like, okay, I can be there next week. So I buy a plane ticket from Southwest Florida all the way to Iowa, which is I've never been. Fly into St. Louis Airport, or no, Des Moines Airport. Des Moines. And the guy picks me up. I go look at it, and I buy the bike. Well, now I'm by myself in Iowa with a brand new motorcycle I just purchased, and I have to ride it from Iowa to Tennessee in 2 days, which isn't that far. It's about 800 miles, which is definitely doable, but I had 2 days to do it, and I've never done a long trip like that ever. So I ride the bike from Iowa to Tennessee with all my gear, planning this trip. And the reason why I rode it to Tennessee is because that's where I was getting ready to be for the summer for 2 months at my girlfriend's parents' house. So I got to spend 2 months with the bike up in Tennessee in the twisty roads. So that was dope. But riding it from Iowa to Tennessee, man, if you're a first time doing a long distance trip, make sure you do your research, which I did, but it's a lot of stops, especially on this bike. This bike gets terrible gas mileage. I recommend a camel pack so you don't have to stop and drink, to pull over and get water every time. Make sure you have a windscreen, which I bought immediately after the first day at the hotel. I stopped at, I bought a windscreen and shipped it to Tennessee because my neck was getting torn to bits from the wind. It was very windy that day, unfortunately, and I was very sore from my neck bobbing around. So yeah, that's kind of how I got the bike. It was a really kind of just do it moment for me, because I'm typically not like that. Like, without my girlfriend, I probably would have never done that, but she's the type of just do it and worry about whatever happens later kind of thing. So yeah, thankful for her that she was able to push me to do this. So and let me know down in the comments below if you guys ride currently. Are you looking to ride? Are you just starting out riding? Or are you an experienced-ish rider, riding for more than 5+ years? So be interested to find out who's watching my videos and stuff like that. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.